everybody, how you doing today? You look great. Oh wait, you need a snack, so go grab one and get your behind back, because for some reason we can't watch content without eating a snack, and we can't eat a snack without watching content because of some deep-rooted issue in our evolutionary flawed system that I don't want to address because it keeps me employed. Anyway, hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Call Me Chris and you can call me Chris, and today we are reading confessions. You guys seem to like the last one, so I'm gonna do another one for you today, so let's get into it. I didn't press the record button. Why do I always do this? I'm not gonna redo that intro. Jay, if you want to input the record button song, you can, okay? Okay, we fixed it. All right, first confession. I just gotta fix my bangs after I do that. I slapped a nurse who was just trying to do her job. Oh God. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, like we always do on this channel. Although I don't condone slapping healthcare workers. Let's read. When I was 14, I had to get a minor operation, and I was very nervous. That anxiety increased as I was preparing, and by the time I was about to be put under, I was full on panicking. So I feel like that's pretty normal. I am terrified of getting surgery. I've had surgeries before. I understand the panic attack. I'm waiting to hear why you slapped a nurse, but we'll see. A nurse came up to me with the oxygen mask and tried to put it on me, but I went into fight or flight mode and I slapped the She said slapped her. I just thought that sounded funnier. I don't remember what happened after that. Yeah, she probably knocked you to out with gas, not with an actual slap. That's terrible, but oh, this is just gonna be confessions for me again, I think. I've hit a doctor. Okay, I'm not proud of it. And I was a child, okay? She's 14, okay? I was 6, I think. I am petrified of needles. Petrified. Still to this day, I will faint on the spot if there is a needle approaching me in any way, shape, or form. Don't. So there was this doctor. I was 6 years old. My mother was in there with me. Little 6-year-old me was sitting on the waiting table, and my mother was in there knowing that I was about to put up a fit because I always screamed and cried before getting a needle. But this time, I was thinking WWE Smashdown.
Logan Paul from behind.
I turned into a professional wrestler. The doctor walks in, super nice doctor. Shout out to him. Great doctor, by the way. Thanks for taking that punch like a man. He got the needle, he approached me, and my little fist of fury just went out and clocked him. I don't remember where. I remember it being like his face, but I was so small, I feel like I couldn't reach that high. But my mom always tells me I did punch the doctor. And then I would proceed to hop off the bed and then run for the door, where my mom grabbed me and I eventually got the shot. Either way, I'm saying I have also done that. So I can't judge. And I feel like nurses and doctors are probably pretty used to that because it's scary. Going under is really scary. Is anybody in the comments, let me know if you've encountered a similar experience, or if you share the same phobia as me of being put under or having a needle or anything. Let's see what other people said. I'm a nurse and I've been kicked by my patient because he was panicking after he was intubated and put on bag mask. He apologized to me after he settled and lately realized about what he did to me. It was unintentional and I understood he was in panic mode. Yeah, I feel like that's probably so common. God bless first responders, man. They probably deal with so much shit. I know that I put them through some shit. Firefighters, nurses, doctors. I've been to the hospital a lot. I also lit my kitchen on fire, but that's a story for a different day. Next, confession. I have a horrible crush on my professor. Is this a plot to several movies? Yes. Let's read. I, 22 female, have a professor, 44 male, that I'm completely enamored with. Oh my gosh, the tea is hot and riddled with age gap. At least it's legal. He makes and holds frequent wait, I want to do a different voice for this. He makes and holds frequent eye contact with me, follows me around while doing labs, initiates unrelated conversations with me, and somehow always migrates towards me while lecturing. He also gets extremely
extremely close to me. Like if I leaned forward, I could easily kiss or touch him.
Oh my god, am I reading like smut right now? I feel like I'm reading a novel and I shouldn't be reading it out loud. You know, when you're on like the train or the bus or something and you're like... and you feel like naughty for reading it, even though this is like not really naughty at all. Anyway.
In one of these unrelated convos, I mentioned we had a mutual. Ooh. He kind of raised his eyebrow, then proceeded to explain he had dated someone she knew for a while, but they didn't date anymore. Everything continues as normal, and he lingers around and is very helpful throughout class as usual.
Ooh, like a professor does for his job? I'm scared that this girl is, she's seeing something that is not real, which is something we as women do in our brains. But we'll see.
When I get home, as I have anxiety,
same.
I look to see when the pictures were posted. It was 4 freaking years ago.
I don't know what pictures she saw. Did we talk about pictures? I don't remember talking about pictures. No context. Keep reading.
Why on earth did he continue as if everything was normal? Like there's no way, if it's been that long, he wouldn't know I was either creeping on her account or his, and he didn't seem to give a shit.
Wait, what? What's happening? What's happening? Wait, I need to... Wait. Okay, in one of these unrelated combos, I mentioned we had a mutual. He kind of raised his eyebrow and proceeded to explain he had dated someone she knew for a while, but they didn't date anymore. Everything continues as normally, lingers or helpful, blah, blah. When I get home, as I have anxiety, I look to see when the pictures... Oh, the pictures that were posted of when he dated the girl. Okay, got it. It was 4 years ago. Why does that matter? I'm so confused. Okay.
I want to this man so much, and I feel like he definitely has to know now if he couldn't already tell. It's also getting bad because I cannot stop fantasizing over him. I feel like he may be flirting with me, but I don't know, honestly. I'm really bad at picking up cues.
Same.
Also, I'm quite baffled with myself with the age gap. I thought he would be in his 30s. It doesn't make me want him any damn less.
She's so dramatic. I kind of love it.
This is a TA. Say what you will. Let me know what you would do, or your opinions on please and thank you.
Okay, I'm like slightly confused. I don't know why she's upset, I guess. Is he dating the other woman currently? She said it was from 4 years ago. I don't understand. I picked these out and just read the title and thought they'd be juicy, but this one confuses me. All right, this is what the people said. Maybe it can give us some answers. You miss every shot you don't take. Solid. You will be broken in some way if you get too close to him. Keep distance and find someone your own age, or just a bit older, late 20s. Not so mature man, please. He's just after your youthful body, nothing else. And as far as your infatuation is concerned, it's just you are loving the attention he is giving you. That's it. Stay away! Be happy. I mean, that's not bad advice either, necessarily. You just don't know. I mean, he could be a complete creep, which, you know, I feel like teachers shouldn't be dating their students. I feel like for that reason, since he's your teacher and it's like a professional setting, don't do that. I know you're probably not watching this, but that's my advice, is don't do that. You are a consenting adult though, and you can do whatever you want, but I would highly suggest you maybe finish school first before going after this 50 Shades of Grey type relationship. I didn't watch it. Is there an age gap in that? I'm probably misconstruing that completely. Let's continue. Next confession. I threw out my grandmother's ashes and used the box to hide my in. Shoo! Alright, I don't know how you're gonna dig yourself out of this one, but we'll see. Pun intended, sorry. Being the degenerate hedonist I was at 16, weren't we all? I needed a place to hide my and my parents were clever, alright? It needed to be hidden very well, someplace they would never think to look. One day, I got to looking at Granny up on the shelf. Sorry. Just a nice wooden box with an engraving on it. Lightbulb.jpg. What? Lightbulb.jpg. Oh, is he like a light bulb on his head? That's funny. I pick it up and notice the screws on the bottom. I fetch a screwdriver and crack open Granny's soon-to-be not-so-final resting place. Oh my god. There she was. Just a big plastic bag full of ashes. I have a feeling he doesn't like this grandma. I hope he doesn't like her. I hope she's a terrible person, because this is bad. The next sentence. Hold, I haven't read them yet, okay? She was a mean old alcoholic, abusive, and a pathological liar. Alright, douse him out. Nobody really missed her. Very few cried at her funeral, and I think most were just relieved that the old hag finally keeled over. I don't know why, but I really like this guy. I know that's so bad. I just like the way he writes. He really writes like a California, like just pompous kid. I don't know. It's terrible. I just like the writing. Anyway, I didn't feel bad when I threw her ass in the garbage. Still don't. Every time I visit home, I can't help but smile when I see that box on the shelf. Oh wow, so they never even found out? Your parents never even found out? Damn. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't like just keep checking at the ashes. That'd be kind of weird, I guess. I want to be cremated, and I hope that my grandchildren use my box to hide their just kidding. I'm kidding. Just alcohol, not Next, confession! I hid the tablespoon measure from my flatmate who had an ED. For those of you who don't know, ED means two things, one of which is erectile dysfunction, and the other one, which is what this person is talking about, which is an eating disorder. Just thought I'd give you some context. Let's continue. She would always measure out peanut butter for sandwiches. I totally understand measuring it out once to see what a serving looks like, but this was excessive, and I was tired of measuring spoons always being dirty. Ooh, this person doesn't know. They don't know. And for those of you who do know, I'm sorry. Oh man. Dude, I remember measuring, and I don't do it anymore, thankfully. Or I try not to anyway. Just everything. Every minute thing, everything I put into my mouth, and I know so many people can relate to this, it was just like it had to be perfectly measured. I needed to know exactly what was going into my body, otherwise I'd have a panic attack. So I know how this girl feels, but let's see what this person says. The measuring spoons were mine, so I started keeping them in my room and bringing them out when I wanted to use them. Okay. She or he, whoever this person is taking them away just because the girl is making them dirty and not cleaning them. That's fair. And I'm sure this person isn't probably privy to the fact that this girl is deep in an ED, which is sad. Nearly 10 years later, this still makes me cringe regularly. I knew very little about EDs at the time, but it was so unbelievably petty. Oh, okay, so this person didn't know, and they realized later. That's sad. That's too bad. I mean, it's hard. It's an extremely sneaky disease. I mean, it's a disease of the mind, right? Like, I mean, I know when I was deep in it, I was the sneakiest bitch. Like, nobody besides the outward appearance of me, I guess, would know that I had it, because usually people with those disorders don't want people to stop them from doing it. So you do things that seem normal. So if I was to use a measuring spoon or the scale or anything else, I would hide it after so people weren't worried about that, which is stuff. If you're worried about a loved one for this, just look out for those signs. Look out for them, like almost overcompensating when you're with them. Some people won't. Some it'll be more obvious and they won't be, eating or doing normal things necessarily, and it will be more obvious. But sometimes people will just overcompensate, put food on their plate, play around with food on their plate to make it look like they're eating, but they're not. Not usually eat around people so people can't see their eating habits. Constantly body checking. There's a lot of things, and it's hard to see. But the only reason I ever went and got help was because my family members noticed. Otherwise, I never would have, to be honest. So this is just a little, look out for your family and friends. And if you are struggling with this right now, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Life is so fleeting. Life is going to go by so fast, and you will be so sad in the future that you fixated so much on these tiny things that seem so big right now, but they're so small. Trust me. And I mean, I still struggle with it to this day, but it's something I have to actively work on every single day, and I really hope you do as well. And just know that I want you to be happy and healthy, and it's not about what you look like. It's about how you feel and how you nourish yourself, because we only got one life. So I hope you should make the best of it, and you should go grab a snack right now. All right, go grab a little snack. If you're not having issues or anything, just go grab a little snack for me. All right, I know, even if you already had one, just grab another one. All right, have a little snack. Let's continue. Next confession. I wish my boyfriend was my son. What?
I know it sounds weird.
It does.
But hear me out. He's such a nice boy. He's just perfect in every way, and I really love him.
Oh, I'm already cringing. Let's continue.
But I can't stop imagining him as my handsome son.
This is giving boy mom so much, and it's not he's not actually her son. Oh my god. Why do people want to their sons.
The way I would care for him, I'd love him so much. Honestly, he'd be the perfect son. His mom is kind of weird and doesn't love him as much as she should, in my opinion.
What do you want her to f her son?
What do you want her to do?
It's her son. It's not her friend. It's her son. It's not her boyfriend. It's her son. It's her son.
If he was my son, I'd be cooking for him every day, cuddling him and taking proper care of him. And I'd love to be able to even just call him my son.
What the f? No, but honestly, what the hell? I haven't done that in a while. That is so strange. I knew that it's a thing. It's a thing on TikTok right now where there's like boy moms that are saying how much they like love their sons, and some like love their sons even more than they love their daughters, which is bonkers. Like almost to the point where like they love their sons, if you know what I mean. I used to date a guy in high school where he and his mom had just a strange relationship together. They just cuddle a little bit too much. Like he'd sit in her lap, and I was like, oh. I think that I realized what the ick was before the ick was a thing. You know, that was it for me. But this is strange. Okay, I never look at Caleb and I'm like,
I wish I pushed you out of me.
like what? No, he can go in. I'm abstinent. Anyway, this is very strange, and I think you should get help. I think you should get help, and I think you probably shouldn't have a son. I think you probably shouldn't procreate, but that's just my unprofessional opinion, and I think I'm gonna call it there. I think I'm gonna call it on this one. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like the video. It really helps out the channel, and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed. This is obviously the best YouTube channel ever, and I will see your beautiful face in the next video, okay? Bye.